it's Lisa Jimenez here. Hey, I just got off the phone with a coaching client and it was such a profound conversation. I decided to whip out the camera here and do a YouTube edition around the conversation of discipline. You know, discipline is such a beautiful gift you give yourselves, but it has such a bad connotation, the word discipline. What does discipline mean? Discipline is simply a training of the mind that creates a result in your body and your life. Wow, what a gift. Discipline is the training of the mind. So I believe that discipline is a gift. And what do I mean by you ushering in a new level of discipline? It's actually respecting that you're going to train and retrain your mind. You are in the driver's seat of some new habitual patterns for you. So one of them that my client and I were talking about was around suffering of a limiting belief, suffering that comes from a unforgiveness, suffering that came from a bad decision from months ago or years ago, and still allowing that decision to make an impact on your behavior today. So he was suffering around this, and I'm just basically just called him out and said, when are you going to no longer suffer around this decision or this mistake or this failure that occurred? When are you not going to tolerate that in yourself and discipline your mind to see it as a gift, that it was a learning process and that no one is better than you to transform that situation because you lived through it. So he really accepted that coaching and made a radical transformation in the way he saw a retraining of his mind, discipline. So what about you? Where will you usher in a whole new level of discipline for yourself? Maybe it's around working out, and every single morning you just get your tennis shoes on. You might go for a mile run, you might go for a 5-mile run, you might just go for a walk around the block, but you put your tennis shoes on every single morning. This is a discipline, a training of the mind. You do it so many times that it becomes a habitual pattern for you. Maybe it's around saving money. Every single time you get paid, you take 10% out and you put it into a savings account or investment account. That's a discipline. That's a discipline, a training of the mind. And you do it so many times, it becomes a habitual pattern. It becomes who you are. Maybe you have disciplines around when the phone rings and you do a certain meditation or prayer. A discipline every time you hear a fire engine or an ambulance. You have a discipline in your thinking, in your mindset. Again, what results from this power of discipline, the training of the mind? I'll tell you what results. You usher in a whole new level of an amazing life, an expanded body. Maybe it's the discipline of going to the market every couple of days and getting fresh vegetables and fruits and filling your house with delicious food, healthy, whole grains and vegetables. Maybe it's around vitamins, that you take your vitamins and protein shake and probiotic every single day. So whatever it is for you, you guys, usher in the word discipline, that this is your best friend right now, because discipline is a training of the mind. And when you have a disciplined mind, your body and your life is proof of it. What a beautiful gift you give yourself. You know, I'll leave you with a story. When Ariana was just, probably about 4 years old. She's 25 now. But I taught her how to tie her shoes. And I said, you know, Ariana, it's going to take you 17 times to tie your shoe incorrectly before you start tying it correctly. I just taught her that because I wanted her to love the process of learning how to tie her shoes. And she comes up to me one day in all her 5-year-old confidence and says, Mommy, you were wrong. It didn't take me 17 times. Look, I tied my shoe in 13 tries. But what if I didn't give her that piece of discipline, that perspective of getting disciplined around learning a new skill, and that it would take 17 times of a failure, 17 times of trial and error, 17 times of not doing it properly or correctly, and getting comfortable with that process? What if I didn't give that to her? Then she would have tied her shoe the first time, the second time, the third time, gotten so frustrated, maybe even quit, right? And then by the 7th time, the 8th time, and still couldn't tie the shoe, just said, forget this shoe tying thing. I'm getting Velcro. But because we can teach ourselves through discipline, the training of the mind, and really embrace that process of discipline, we can get the results we want. Training of the mind gives you a trained body and a trained life. What a beautiful gift you give yourselves. So that's my request of you, that you would no longer tolerate limiting beliefs or suffering or an undisciplined life, that you will be the driver of your life, of your thought life, of your actions, and that you would be a disciplined man, a disciplined woman, and what you allow yourself to think about. Discipline, the training of the mind. Love you guys. Have a great day. We'll talk soon. Type down below what you thought of this edition and how you are ushering a whole new level of discipline and embracing the process of a disciplined mind. See you next time.